The big story, though, here in town has to do with Twilight.
Yes,
We're
it
going
does.
right to the source. Lana Veenker is on the phone, who is a casting agent extraordinaire here in Portland. And Lana, thank you so much, by the way, for Friday getting in touch with us, because this is nothing more than a giant scam.
Oh, it's horrible. It makes me so mad.
Well, we were talking about it on the air. We actually had listeners call in and go, oh, yeah, I was at that casting call. So we thought, well, if she says she was there, then it must have happened.
Yeah, I mean, they may have held a fake casting call, but it wasn't for Breaking Dawn, because Breaking Dawn isn't even shooting yet. They haven't hired casting directors. They haven't even announced what city they're shooting in.
Is there a potential here, Lana, that people who went to this casting call are going to get scammed monetarily?
Well, what happens on these websites is that they tell you can register for free. Well, all that means is you can give us your contact information for free. But then in order to find out the details of the casting call, you have to pay to have a subscription.
Yeah. Well, other than somebody being a stinker and trying to make some money, there is potentially good news in that maybe they will end up filming here.
Maybe they will, but I can tell you that the people, whoever ends up casting that movie, is not going to be contacting these websites. If I were to get hired to work on this movie or any other movie, I'm not going to call up some scam company and say, send me over all those people that you just made money off of. So, that's not how it works.
Right. So, Lana, maybe you know, like, the inside track on this because you know people. We have heard, in fact, we have a clip of Robert Pattinson saying that, A, they want to come back to Portland, and B, they want Gus Van Sant. Have you heard about either of those?
Well, yeah, he said that on MTV that he wanted Gus Van Sant.
Right.
I was down in L.A. a couple weeks ago, and I did meet with some of the New Moon cast and asked them about the rumors, and they said that they had heard some of the same things about the fact that it might be shooting in Portland. But the film office, hasn't heard a thing. And Summit Entertainment, I called them when I was down there, and they said, no, that, they are pretty established up in Vancouver now. But, who knows? That could just be, what they're saying, and we don't know what's happening behind the scenes. But I haven't heard anything else since then. It just seems like, I don't know. It's strange.
Lana, since you're such in the know when it comes to movies coming to town, aside from Twilight, Gus Van Sant is filming a movie because he had a lot of streets shut down over the weekend. What else is potentially coming here to Portland that we can keep our eye on? Because we had the untitled Crowley project, which is
Extraordinary Measures.
It's actually called Terminator 4 now.
Yeah. Is there another big movie coming to town that we can look for people who may want to contact you on a casting call?
Well, we know that season 3 of Leverage is coming back. They're going to be starting up at the beginning of March, so there'll be a good 6 months of work for local actors on that project and for extras. I know that the film office is courting a couple other projects that could be pretty big, but, until they sign on the dotted line, who knows what's going to happen with that. But, I've got a couple other movies I'm working on that are sort of in development, and if they go into production next year, it could be a busy year for film.
Any Steven Seagal films? Because Terry and I are both fans, and we hear he's dropped his standards a little bit. Maybe we can get in now.
Well, we're hoping to use him in the next Twilight movie, so I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I say no.
Hey, Lana, thank you so much for getting up so early and clearing the air on this, because we really were getting blown up on email, and people were really kind of giddy about it, and I'd hate for our listeners to get ripped off.
Oh, and it's happening. People, I'm seeing emails. Oh yeah, I just had an audition, or I just sent in my pictures for Breaking Dawn. I'm like, are you kidding me? They're not going to hire extras 6 months before they even shoot. It's just not going to happen. So. Well,
we appreciate you being such a good friend of the show, Lana Veenker, the probably single greatest casting director agent here
butt kisser
in Portland. Well, it's true. It's the truth. Lana, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.